Yeah, thanks, Paul. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Great team win. That was a hard-fought battle. We knew it was going to be against an outstanding Penn State team. They did a great job coming back. They re-seized momentum, and our guys just found a way in the second half and, found a way to get it done. It was not always pretty in all three phases, but when you're playing a good football team, they're going to make plays too, and obviously they did. Really proud of our guys that stepped up. We had a ton of adversity. To see the way that Zach Oliver played and Brad North goes in and has to snap the ball, and Mertzie's got to go in and play guard almost the whole second half. I could keep going with the list, but just really proud of those guys, especially Zach. He's been through so much, and to see him just stay the course, preparing the right way, and being prepared when the opportunity presented itself. And you say that as a coach, but to see it actually happen, I would love to give credit to Mick or myself, but it has nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with Zach, and just really, really proud of him and really, really happy for him. I mean, he's a guy that's just been a great teammate and a great program guy, and to see him go out and have some success was just absolutely outstanding. And then to see the way that Jack responded, you miss an extra point, you miss 2 field goals, and to hit a game winner like that, great hold by Christian Salem, and great execution in the operation and the protection to find a way to win. So great team win, obviously excited about it, and I'm going to take the most important 15 questions because I've got a grade school football game that started at 2:30, okay, and I told Ryan I'd be there for the second half. So fair enough, all right, so fire away. But make them good because I got to roll. All right, fair enough.
Coach,
I'll do my best.
Yeah. Coach, describe the roller coaster of emotions you must have had to go out to a 20-7 lead and then see that evaporate and then finally to get the victory.
Yeah, Fred, self-inflicted wounds. Penalties. Should never ever rough the punter. We get a late hit call and give them 30-plus yards, and we're off the field already. So, and it's not to minimize Penn State at all. But, we gave them that. We gave them the earlier touchdown with not being disciplined and not covering a wheel route with a young guy that had to step up. And then, obviously, to come back and respond, that's what you talk about. It's over there in the value pyramid. It's up towards the top. It's not, life isn't what happens to you, it's how you respond to it. And, it's the old coachism. It's 10% what happens to you, 90% what you do about it. And I thought our guys responded well.
Pat, what was the explanation on the penalty on Dean Lowry? Had the whistle blown or what?
Yeah. I don't know. But, I think our Big Ten officials do a great job. It's great communication, and they do a great job. They're human. They try to do the best job they can. So don't necessarily always agree, but that's my job.
I guess before anyone else forgets, what was your reaction to the news yesterday with the new facility, and just what does this mean for your program?
Well, from a support standpoint, our program has never been supported the way that it is. Obviously it starts at the top, with President Shapiro and his team, Chairman Osborne and our Board of Trustees, the best director of athletics in the country, and Jim Phillips and our administration. And just an unbelievable amount of support and generosity from trustees and donors that make these types of transformational opportunities for not only our program but for our university happen. And I know I speak for anyone that's put on the purple and white. We're all incredibly grateful and thankful, and just looking forward to taking those necessary next steps. My hard hat and work boots are already up in my office, so I got those a couple weeks ago, and just excited. I mean, it's a game changer for us from a standpoint that our campus and our student athletes, all of our student athletes, are now fully integrated, and I think that shows the commitment of being one Northwestern, and it's just a huge transformation for I believe our entire campus. So, obviously, selfishly excited for football, but more importantly, excited for our great university.
Fitz, on the roughing the penalty, was a block called, or did Warren just get a little excited?
No, block was called. Yeah, and he was free, so I got to take a look at it in the tape, see what happened. But, trying to be aggressive there. We thought we had him, and it looked like he came free from my vantage point. But, I can never be upset with a guy trying to make a play. He's trying to be aggressive. He's trying to make a play. We got to do a better job. I got to do a better job teaching it and coaching it. But our defense can still go out there and make them right, But we're going to continue to try to be as aggressive as we can.
Coach, on that last drive when you got deep inside Penn State territory, what was the game plan there? Were you ready to just set up for a Jack Mitchell field goal? And were you surprised that Coach Franklin called those timeouts?
Our plan was once we got inside the 33 that we were going to kick the field goal to win. And, they were bringing a lot of zero or man-free pressure and trying to outnumber us in the box. And I thought Mick called a terrific 2-minute drive. I mean, obviously you'd like to not jump off sides and start 5 yards in reverse, but huge play by Zach. And then, once we crossed the 33, Jack felt good. We had the wind at our back. A little bit of, weather.com checking. We knew we got what we wanted. We knew in the fourth quarter the wind was going to shift to the north a little bit, and it did. So when they decided to kick the ball into the give us basically the win that we thought about in the fourth quarter, I was kind of excited about that.
So that said, obviously Jack hadn't had a perfect game going into that. What was your thoughts? What was going through your head as he went out for that game winner?
Yeah, he's going to make the kick. I've got great confidence in Jack. I had full confidence he was going to make that kick. I mean, he's pretty good. And when a guy, misses a few, you don't lose confidence in him. You just keep talking to him about being fundamentally sound, and he looked like he put a great strike on that last one. So,
Fitz, you mentioned Monday asking the guys what did they see over the weekend in college football, what do they learn from it. Yeah. How much do you think that plays into a game like this where it's coming down to the end, maybe starting with punting the ball away with 3.5 minutes left?
Yeah, well, I mean, you got 2 plays there, right? I mean, you could go for it, and it was 4th and double sticks, right? We're 4th and 15 or something like that. 4th and 15 is not a high percentage play. We had 3 timeouts. Hunter did I don't know how many did he have inside of 25, So at that point he had 4 inside the 20. We had pretty much won the field position battle, and I felt like the way our defense had played all day, we could get a stop. The first down play was not encouraging, to give up 6. That's why I didn't take a timeout, because if they get a first down, and the next one it's a new first down series. I got 3 timeouts to play with, but a huge stop by the defense, and we knew we were going to get. Again, we felt like we were going to get the field position back if we forced in a punt because the wind was in their face, and we got that, and obviously a great 2-minute drive by Zach and a great kick by Jack.
Coach, that Penn State front is so effective at what they do. How big was it for Zach to hang in there and for Justin to have the day that he had going up against that defense?
Well, you got to credit our O-line and obviously Adam Cushing and our offensive staff with our run plan. I thought we had a pretty good plan. There were some seams there, and we kind of felt like we were a block away a bunch, and we stayed patient and stuck to the plan, made a couple of little tweaks as the game went along. But just to get Justin back going against that type of defense, you got to give credit to the O-line, the super backs, and the wideouts for the way that they blocked. But it was huge, especially with Clayton going down, to have Justin step up like that. That was big.
Coach, what do you think the biggest difference was? You mentioned the O-line, but in terms of Justin's production this week as opposed to the last 3 where he wasn't able to get as involved and he wasn't able to be as productive?
Yeah, I think we stayed patient with the run game. There were some TFLs that we gave up and some 0-yard gains. We did a great job adjusting some of the targeting areas and where our eyes were and finishing blocks with the O-line. We've also played 4 pretty good defenses the last 4 weeks. Last month has been a challenge. There's no doubt. But Justin stayed positive. He's found other ways to get involved. We found other ways to get him involved. And, see the way he stepped up today was huge.
You mentioned before that it gets tougher as you progress in the season. What does this do for you and the guys as you move forward into these final few?
Yeah, well, it's the next step. I mean, quite frankly, we talk about going 1-0 around here all the time and staying focused on that. I'd be lying to you to tell you that, I didn't talk to the captains and the leadership council about, we come in college football playoff at 21, the rankings, we're in the mix for a New Year's Six bowl, and you got to take it one at a time. But what a great testament to what we've been through. I think going into the game, we had like the 8th toughest schedule in the country and the toughest in the Big Ten. Beat a 7-win team. today. That should just do nothing but, again, help our strength of schedule and finding a way to win in advance. And, we're kind of in that playoff mentality right now. And, I know we're going to play a very hungry team next week. I have no idea how they did. But, it's our senior day. We'll continue to focus on us. But got a lot of goals left in front of us. And I'm not going to shy away from it with the guys. I mean, it's reality. And you work your tail off for 11 months to make November significant. And obviously it's significant for us right now.
Wildcat with Barkley post problems all day, especially in the red zone. What kind of challenges does that present to you guys? Were you prepared for it? And then on that last third down when they ran it again, were you talking that up in the huddle?
Yeah, it was the exact plays we expected him to run. That's what drives me nuts. Crazy. I mean, when you don't fit plays right and you miss tackles, it doesn't matter if they're in the Wildcat or the Bobcat doesn't matter. And so we didn't fit right and we didn't tackle well. And I don't want to discredit Penn State. But we finally did it when it mattered on a big third down play, right? And, again, you got to look at yourself first as coaches. Did we have the right guys get the right reps at that? Because we knew it was coming. I mean, they've done it a bunch. And they're good at it. I mean, they're really good at it. And to give up those type of runs, though, and miss tackles and fit wrong at the point of attack is totally unacceptable. So it's your fault as a coach first, and you try to find a way to fix it, and we'll get to work on it right away. We'll see it again. I mean, we'll see it again from teams moving forward.
Just wondering, how is Clayton doing? Looked like he was warming up to start the second half.
Yeah, he's ecstatic that we won. Yeah, he's good. I'm not going to give you anything else. So. You had to ask. Is that a good enough answer? Yeah.
Yeah, Coach, when they have that one fluky drive with the 2 penalties and then the reverse pass that hits the ground, and is it hard for a defense to come back from that and refocus on the next drive when they really haven't done much wrong? But
yeah, that's a good question. I'd hope not. I'd hope not. I hope you get mad and do something about it. I know that CJ was a little frustrated and Anthony, and so I tried to settle him down when I came over to the boundary. It's part of the game. Sometimes you get calls, sometimes you don't. And you just gotta respond the right way. And I thought both those guys settled down then after that. I mean, our guys on defense have a lot of pride. They have a lot of pride. And to see the way that they've played all year has kept us in a lot of football games. And very thankful for the way especially our seniors are playing.
Last one. One more technical question. When Clayton went out, has it been previously decided? Because I know Zach and Matt are both listed as kind of dual as the second quarterback option. Was that previously decided that Zach would go in?
What do you mean previously decided?
When Clayton got hurt, Zach was automatically going to go.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Well, we have a plan.